spider scuff on my 6 blades. If anybody uses pack rat or cactus juice, stay with me. There's a little tip on just to get every last little drop out of it, so you don't waste any. So stay with me. A little tip on getting the most out of your cactus juice. Hello there, scuff on my 6 blades. Welcome again. I'm going to share a little tip that I do to try and recover as much stabilization fluid as possible and to make it easy. So that would be the empty flagon, as it were, and what I've got is a soda pop lemonade. I think this is a fruity sort of toiser effect, but what I'm after is that fits quite happily in there, if that makes sense. So there is a sort of flange that fits beautifully in there. Now, on camera, let's see if we can get this done right. So what I'm after is you rest that on there, so you're steadying the funnel as you go, and recover as much as possible. And in this stage, it takes a while. So all I'm doing is just holding it whilst I've got it's like a big plastic clip stopping the wood from floating up. Well, at the moment now it's stopping the wood from falling out. I'm just allowing it to drain a fair amount. And now that's now in there. So you've got most of it out. The wood is still soaked. If they were allowed to stand, a fair amount would drip away and collect on whatever you've got. So I have an old one with a cutout. So the plan now is, so you don't wait it will fall over. What I do now is I take the clip out. This thing here just wedges down inside the pipe. Wait there a minute. Eventually that clip stays in here with that. We'll get to that in a minute. So you can imagine now this is draining out into this. Should come back in about 10 to 15 minutes. And show you the next bit. See you in a second. There's not time, like 15 minutes. So why are you using a lemonade bottle instead of a funnel? Well, the thing is, a funnel, if you pour too fast, it'll sloosh out and around, whereas you've got the capacity in the lemonade bottle of that height where it goes in and stays down without slooshing over the top. Been there, seen it, done it. Okay, so I've got some baking oil ready to go. I'll just take them out of there. Get that last little bit off your drop. A good fold, because you don't want each individual piece of wood soaked in the resin to be contacting another piece, because when it goes in the oven for oven cure, they'll literally just bond together. So you need that layer of tin foil between them and the next one, and now you can start folding it over. The idea of getting as much off as possible is also advantageous, because when it's in the oven curing, you don't want great drips coming out of the wood. You want the wood to be completely impregnated with the resin. You don't want it covered in it and dripping out and flooding out everywhere. You just have one big mass of plastic. So then something over. Last two. Try to take the last two out, because one will fall in the puddle inside there. It's just to end up getting it wet again. So like that, straddle across the top. On the metal tray, and then in your temperature controlled electrical oven, whatever the temperature range and time that you've worked out is just right for you. The trick is now, if you wanted to, take the lid off, you pour the excess, the little lumps of wood or something could be kept in the sort of neck. Lid goes back on, and then that, because otherwise sometimes you could drop the bottom, that lid's in there along with the funnel. The lid goes on the, you know, your stabilization fluid, cactus juice, or this is pack rat, and they're now doing it in a house of resin, I think it is. Those two bottles now stay in my house rather than in the cold garage. That stays in the house rather than the cold garage. Basically keeping all together indoors now. So I hope that's helped anybody very sort of tips and tricks, as it were. See you on the next one. So what's this play? Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If this is the sort of videos you're interested in, there's more stuff to watch, top, bottom, left and right. And also, if you go back through the video, there may be suggestions in cards in the top corner for you to catch even more of my stuff. So thanks for joining me, Scott Whiskey's Playtime. Still here. Oh, how about that? Cool. Spur.